Hey, I got the idea for today's video from Andrew Huang's series, 4 Producers, 1 Sample. If you haven't seen it after you watch this video, you can click the link in the description and go check it out. Here's how today's video works. A little while back, I sent a mystery prompt or a song idea to a couple fellow songwriters. From that point, we all went into our own little creative dens or caves to write a song based on that one shared idea. Now, the songs don't need to contain the words that are in the prompt, but the songwriters should show us how they got to where they did from that prompt. I'm kind of fascinated by the creative process, and I think isolating one of the variables will give us a cool insight into how people come about their ideas. So, let's get the video started. My guest artists for today's video are Devenney and Sam Miller. With the help from some fancy animated titles, we'll reveal the mystery prompt. The mystery prompt is... Out of My Depth. Let's hear what the songwriters did with that.
Hello, Carl, Sam, and everyone else watching. Welcome to a miserable day in London, and thank you for having me in the project. It normally takes me about 12 weeks to write a song, so trying to get one out in 24 hours from start to finish was fun. It was good fun. Cool, so you might have noticed that it's now nighttime, and that's because in London it goes from daytime to nighttime instantaneously, whereas in the rest of the world it's just a gradual process. I don't know if you guys knew that, but Carl's going to fix that in post. Aren't you, Carl? So, how did I write my song? The first part was just some chords on a piano, which is a bold strategy for a singer-songwriter. So I just started playing around with these kind of 7th C chords. And then I found this 3-chord progression that I really liked, and I started looping it. And I was also thinking about the prompt, Out of My Depth, and that kind of fell into one of the melodies that I came up with really well, so I rolled with that. I'm out of my depth with you. So yeah, that "with you" lyric at the end kind of sparked the lyrical idea for the rest of the track. I knew it was going to be about looking for a sense of purpose or a sense of belonging, and there's a real feeling of unrest throughout the track, so it kind of, there's a lot of tension and release. Shh. Welcome to London. And I wanted to do something fun with the vocals, so the melody kind of reminded me a little bit of the Bon Iver song Woods. I kind of took the idea to mess around with the vocals and pass it through Vocal Synth, which is a plugin by Isotope. So I could use the keyboard to shape the melody of the vocals and put it through a vocoder, and then blend that with the main melody, which gives you this. You're slipping from view, I'm out of my depth with you. So the chorus came about in a similar way to the verses. I came up with these kind of block chords, nothing fancy. Then came up with the melody that goes like this. Have you lost your mind? I kinda like it when you do that. Have you crossed the line? I kinda wanna see you go mad. For the second verse, brought in some more percussive elements. And I also came up with this acoustic guitar part that I really like, which has a bit of a Jose Gonzalez, Fionn Regan-y kind of vibe. Final chorus, a lot more dense, there's a lot more going on. It kind of like rises and falls, which is the whole sonic idea of the track. So that's it. That is my track in 24 hours. Hope you liked it. I hope you felt inspired or took something from it, and enjoy the other 2 guys' tracks.
Oh, nice.
Oh, this is already very interesting.
You've come into bloom, I'm out of my depth with you.
Love this vocoder.
You're slipping from view, I'm out of my depth with you.
I love whatever you did to the vocals. Are so nice.
come into bloom. I'm out of my depth with you.
I really like how you use this. The prompt.
You're slipping from view. I'm out of my depth with you.
I love how this is just like kind of hanging out here for a while.
Have you lost your mind? I kinda like it when you do that. Have you crossed the line? I kinda wanna see you go mad.
Cool change in that chorus. Loving the snaps.
I like that it hasn't gone where I have expected it to.
You've come into blue. I'm out of my depth with you. You're slipping from view. I'm out of my depth with you.
This is so just relaxing. It's beautiful.
You've come into blue. I'm out of my depth with you.
I love all the effects.
You're slipping from view. I'm out of my depth with you. Have you lost your mind? I kinda like it when you do that. Have you crossed the line? I kinda wanna see you go mad.
Well, that was pretty sick.
Wow, that was awesome. That was really pretty. And that was great. I really enjoyed that.
That was great. I love that. All right, great job, Adam Devenney. Woo! So we started with the prompt out of my depth, and I looked at it and I thought, what if it was out of your depth? And that sparked the idea of maybe I'm talking to someone who's going through a hard time and is feeling a bit overwhelmed by everything and just kind of needs someone to vent to, or needs someone to just sit there with them and not do anything in particular, but just be next to them. So the first verse kind of starts like a list song, and a list song is what you'd expect it, just listing different things and setting the scene that the person I'm talking to is just feeling a bit overwhelmed. You might feel like the whole world's against them, you know, and I was trying to put myself in that situation of how do I feel when I'm feeling overwhelmed? Walls are closing in, like getting up to face the day, and you just don't feel right. And then I started with this idea with the chorus. I looked at the prompt again after a lot of suffering and working on the song. I looked at the prompt again and I thought, maybe the main idea is out of your depth, but maybe being the person that has to help you through this, maybe I'm out of my depth as well. I don't know. I've got no training in any kind of psychology. Maybe I'm also out of my depth a little bit. If I'm all you got left, I may not be able to fix everything, but things could be worse. And the next verse, verse number 2, I'm talking more about me a little bit and how I won't be able to fully help you, but I can do what I can. And in the production wise, I was very happy with how the gang vocals came out. And that's the main kind of grab you part of the song, the hook. So I wanted to bring that hook in a few more times. And putting a bridge in, I don't think it needed more lyrical content in the bridge, but I did feel like it needed a more uplifting, more kind of energetic ending to it rather than more lyrical content. Because I had said everything I wanted to say in the verses and chorus, and I kind of live by that rule of only add a bridge if I feel like the bridge adds to the song. So I just added a more energetic chorus. I'm going to bring it back into that hook again and into the end. And that's my song. That's how it came about. There are many iterations of it, many rewrites. I always find rewriting is the hardest part of any song. But that was it. You know, started with that idea. It was a fun exercise. And yeah, signing off.
When your whole world turns against you,
Very
when
clean,
your
right from the
walls
start.
are closing in,
Nice tempo.
when you just can't seem to face the day, when you don't feel right in your skin. Every doorway leads to nowhere.
I like the kick drum coming in there.
Every street is bare as bone. If you feel just like you're sinking, I'll be there to bring you home. When you're stuck in reverse at the end of the earth,
Very nice harmonies.
if I'm all you've got left, for all that it's worth, these things can't get worse.
There it is.
Very cool chorus. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Man's got hooks.
I don't have any answers. I can't tell you where to go, but I can be right there beside you, so you don't have to be alone. I'll pull you up as best as I can, take you from the deep unknown.
That's pretty infectious.
I'll be there for
Excellent
you
job mixing those harmonies. The backing vocals are very tasteful.
when you're stuck in reverse at the end of the earth. If I'm all you've got left, for all that it's worth, these things can't get worse.
Man, that feels good. Really nice.
When you're stuck in reverse at the end of the earth, if I'm all you've got left,
We're building up.
for all
We're
that
building
it's
up.
worth, these things can't get worse.
Production is so solid. Well done.
Things can't get worse.
I like this. This is very like triumphant sounding. It kind of took a direction I didn't expect it to.
Yeah. That's a winner.
Very cool. I love that ending too. Wow. Very nice. I like that. Hey everybody. My name is Sam and I'm a bass player. I've seen it done before, but I've never participated in a project like this myself. So I'm curious to see what things I maybe learn through that. So let's just jump into it. So the first thing I had to do was come up with how I wanted this song to sound. One thing that I decided that I knew that I wanted was I wanted it to feel uneasy. When I think of the phrase out of my depth, I think of kind of taking on more than you are really capable of handling. And so I wanted the song to kind of feel like it never really resolved. For the lyrics, I actually used the idea of out of my head, which came from out of my depth. So I needed a chord progression that fit with the mood that I was trying to create. These two chords for the whole song, B major and E flat major. So the first thing that I did after getting the song structured was 2 tracks to the acoustic guitar. That's what that sounds like. And of course I dropped in bass and drums shortly after, so this is kind of what I had at that point. So what I ended up doing for the bridge was to drop out all of the instruments except for the drums and wash them out in reverb. Just like the drums are in space. Guitar, kind of almost sounds like a theremin. And then lastly, I added, of course, a quote from the great Alan Watts, because no song would be complete without a quote from Alan Watts. It just comes down to adding layers and building a sonic palette. So for the vocals, I actually invited my friend Derek over to sing the right channel. I EQ'd all of the lows and low mids out of it, so it kind of has this sort of like old school radio sound to it.
I don't believe that I could ever make you choose to stay.
Do it for the stereo. I'm really happy with what I was able to come up with the time that I had. Yeah, I believe that's it. Peace.
If I could think a million thoughts a day, I don't believe that I could ever make them go away. If I could have 1,000 words to say, I don't believe that I could ever make you choose to stay. 100 times, maybe more, I've done the work you can't ignore.
Nice drums.
If I could make you see what
Sam,
I've done,
I love your bass.
maybe then I wouldn't
I
feel
really like
like
what you're
the
doing.
only one.
Where's this going? Oh, I really like that. Sounds like the Frames.
Oh, interesting. Chorus.
It's not where I was expecting that to go. That's really cool.
Turn it off, take it up today. Say the later, go pretend it's another day.
It's got a nice swing to it.
Don't put it off, you know it isn't all too far away.
That what I am
Oh!
involves what you are. I don't know who I am unless I know who you are. You try to
There's a
say
spaceship in this song.
the only way that you can describe
I love this.
describe what they do.
That's cool. Yeah, I really like that chorus.
This is great. Very different feel. Cool ending.
Really good work. How did you do that in 24 hours? Production is really nice too.
Sam Miller, Sam Miller, Sam Miller. Excellent. I loved it. Just having listened to everything, and I'm kind of blown away, and I'm loving how everything's so different. That's kind of really what I wanted to see, how different songwriters interpret that one shared idea and just take it in completely different directions. I think it's fantastic. I'm loving it. So if you like the music, you can hear it. There'll be links in the description where you can get it. My song is on Spotify and SoundCloud and all those things. And I think I'm shouting. Yes, I'm shouting. Yeah. Find us on social media. You can hear the songs again. Leave some comments if you have any ideas what we'd like to do next, or any maybe song prompts. That could be a cool idea. Maybe leave your song prompts down below. That could be fun. And yeah, thanks for watching. I had fun. Woo.